Yo. Round 2, 2012 Ford Escape. My cheesy little detector isn't going off anymore. I just replaced the condenser on this. The AC is starting to cycle a lot though. This compressor's getting a little noisy. Here's why you use dye oil in an AC unit after you try to fix one. I got these UV glasses here, and you use a UV dye light. And I can see a string of UV oil coming right out of that clutch. See that green? It's a nice little string going all the way up. There's a little better view of it. So there's oil and refrigerant coming right out of that air compressor seal. And it's coming right out the clutch, out the front. A lot of these leaks too on the AC compressor, they don't show up real good with a leak detector because they really don't leak unless the car's running. And that clutch, when it came in, it was nice and dry. And you can see it's all full of oil right now too. So I'll be replacing it. There's a black plastic cover I got to take out from under the car. Under the passenger wheel well, I just turned the wheel a little bit so I can get at this black plastic clip here. I'm going to try to pull out the center, and then the whole thing should just pop out. Then I have a bunch of 10mm screws all over the place. I have a 15mm on this tensioner. I'm just going to crank on that and get this belt loose. I'm just going to kind of take it off of the compressor and try to leave the rest of this on here. There's a connector on this compressor for the AC clutch. Just push in a little tab and try to pull that thing out. This little tab right here. There's 3 bolts for this compressor. They're 13mm. I'm going to try to take the top one off first. I got like a short socket on here and a wobble. Looks like there's a little connector on this AC hose I'm going to take off. That should be it. I'm just going to try to take this down with the hoses still attached. Now I just have these 2 bolts left. There's 13mm on these too. Oh, that was nice. I thought I got it all out of there, but I guess not. Little oil, little messy. Yeah, gee, I thought I drained this whole system out. There was still a little squirt left in the high side. It's always a good idea to measure all the oil that comes out of this. I got about an ounce all over the floor and all over me. And then I'm just going to turn this compressor, see if any more wants to leak out of here. There's nothing coming out of here. I have a new compressor here. Looks like it'll work. May or may not contain shipping oil. Okay. So I'm going to try to drain out as much as I can out of this. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of oil in here. Some people like to think that there's PAG in here, but really you never know what the heck they put in these things. So I just get it all out of here. 4 ounces. I took 4 ounces out of this thing. I had about an ounce or an ounce and a half fall out of the system and go all over me when I took the damn lines off. And I'm going to add 1 extra ounce because it's got a small leak and there might be an extra ounce in that old compressor still that I can't get out. So it's a 5-ounce system, so 2.5 ounces seemed like a good guess. I'm just gonna dump it right in here. Too much oil is not a good thing. Too little is too, so this is the best guess. I got to get these studs off of here too. I got an E7 reverse torque, so I'm going to try to get these off with. I got some new O-rings for this, and I lubricated them with a little oil. This filter too, this goes into the condenser. This should actually be replaced if you have a bad compressor, but this lady doesn't have a whole lot of money, so I'm just going to try to get by with what I got here and just put a compressor in it. If you really want to torque these, I'd say they'd go to about 18 to 22 foot-pounds. Same with these, about 18 to 22 foot-pounds. Find my connector, plug that in. Do the belt. I'd say about 6 foot-pounds on these if you really care about such a thing. I got an evacuation pump. I rigged up this apparatus, put a vacuum gauge on it, and just put this on the cold side. And I'll evac this for a good 25 minutes, get some good vacuum in here. Time's up. And I'll plug my lines in here. This little can right here is a receiver dryer I should be replacing that I'm not going to. Turn my tank on. Put it on a scale, hit 0. It says here I should add 1.56 pounds, so 1.5 pounds. I'm just going to turn this on, the cold side. Try to fill up as much as I can. If it doesn't take enough, I got to start up the car and it'll suck more into the system. So this should be like 1 pound 8 ounces I should put in here. There. Closed off this line. It's pretty cool outside, probably about 76 degrees, so that's the pressures I'm getting out of this. It's really cold in the cabin. It's nice and quiet now. I'm going to call it a job. Okay, bye.